Hello, my wonderful people. How are you doing today? Welcome to Early Years Matters TV. Today, I'm going to be introducing you to the book, one of the book that you as a parent, guardian, or teachers could use to support young children to read. Okay, so look at this book. This book is called Early Reader. Okay, so it's a book that parents or guardian could use to support young children to read. Okay, so when in the first instance, when you look at this book, what comes into your mind? Okay, so this book is bright and colorful. Okay, so if you have young children, they will be interested in this book. Okay, the reason why they will be interested in this book is because it is colorful and bright. Look at the different color on it. Okay, so look at color yellow, look at color blue, okay, look at color red. You could also use this to teach children about color. Okay, so look at it. So the first tip, when you want to choose a storybook for young children, it has to be bright and colorful. So an example is this book, and also the title of this book says Early Reader. So it is meant for young children that just want to start to read. Okay, so and it is bright and colorful. Okay, so let's flip the page around. So also when you're reading story with young children, you could let the children flip the page around. It doesn't have to be you as the adult, okay, because it's all about the children. So you could flip the page around. Okay, let young children flip the pages of the book around, rather, because it will make them to be interested. They'll be interested to see, oh, they are the one in charge. Okay, and it's all about the children. Okay, and you let the children be in charge. And look at this book as well. It also has pictures. So this book is actually about animal. Okay, and it says large print. So everything in this storybook is in large print, so which it will be easier for young children to read. Okay, because they are just coming up, they just want to read. So it's large print, and you can see the pictures of all the animals on it, like the picture of the duck, like the picture of the school box. So everything is there, the picture. When the young children look at the picture, they'll be able to sound it out and say, oh, look at the fish, look at the duck, look at the bus, especially that young group, they're starting to use words. Okay, so you can see it's also bright and colorful as well. Okay, it's bright and colorful, and it has a picture. Okay, so, and I also want you to know that any story that you want to pick, it has to be age appropriate. I keep saying this all the time, it has to be age appropriate. So if you have a 3-year-old, make sure the book you're getting, it has to be 3-year-old, so that this story could be able to support the child in times of their development. Okay, so, and you can also see this book is like real life. Okay, so like you can see, it's like a jungle, like a forest where the animal stays, and you can see, you look at the snake, look at the tree. The children will look at it, and it will bring the picture of the jungle into life. Okay, so it's also important when you want to pick a storybook for young children, it has to be something that would depict real life situation. Okay, so like if you're talking about animal for young children, you have to get a storybook about animals, because they'll be able to see, they see the picture of the animals, and then they can relate it to real life, how the animal looks like. Because if you're talking about zebra for a child and you've no picture, how would the child be able to imagine what does a zebra look like? Okay, so this storybook, it has, it depicts, the real life experience, how a forest looks like, the animals as well. Okay, and look at it, and the words, look at the words. Okay, I'm going to bring it closer. Okay, so you can see the words are in big print. Okay, in large print. It's important for young children. Okay, so if you want to encourage them to read, it has to be large print, because they're just coming up from birth to 6 years. If the words are tiny, they won't be able to read it. So it has to be large print. Like, look at this, it's written in large print. So it's really important, whether you're a parent or you're guiding, you're a teachers of young children, if you want to pick story for young children, it has to be large print that this group of children will be able to read. Okay, and look at how bright and colorful it is. Inside the picture, inside the story also has, different colors, like the yellow, the green. Green represents nature. When the children look at it, oh, this is green, this is nature, this is a forest, this is a tree. Okay, so it's really important. And look at this flower, it represents sunlight. Okay, so it's really important that, when you want to pick books for young children, it has to be colorful, it has to be bright, it has to have large prints. Look at the words as well. In terms of teaching children how to read, look at the words. Like for example, am, black, him, like, and they're written in sequence that young children will be able to pick one at a time. So if you look at this book, one thing I liked about it is, the way the words are written, line by line, it's not squeezed together. It's going to help young children, it's going to help young children to be able to pick the words one thing at a time to be able to read. Okay, so look at, and they can ask the children question, what can you see? Like this story is asking children, what can you see? Even though the picture is there, the children will be able to say, oh, giraffe, flower, zebra, tiger, snake. It's going to really help them to be able to identify. It's also important when you read to young children, you pause and ask them questions. Okay, you can't be doing all the talking as the adult. You ask them questions like this one, what can you see? And then the children, I can see a giraffe, I can see a snake, and then you can also let them sound it out as well. So look at also this as well. It's bright and colorful. Look at people, look at the green grass, look at the trees as well. So it's really important, like if an adult, when you want to pick story for young children, it has to be bright and colorful. It has to have large prints. Okay, it has to depict real life situation, real life experiences that these children will be able to see, to link it up with. Okay, so these are just a few tips that I said I come out and give to adults in relation to picking stories for young children, picking storybooks for young children. Thank you so much for watching and listening, and I'll see you next time in my next episode. Take care. Bye.